Hi, I'm Joe Revita from Empire Music, empiremusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And we are a Taylor Guitars online preferred dealer, one of only about 15 in North America. And today, I get to present to you a really rare guitar, new for 2021, the Taylor 314 CE Limited Edition. This model was limited to 300 units worldwide, which is awesome. I mean, a really small amount from Taylor. It gives us incredible cosmetic features and a unique sound palette that isn't available in the Taylor lineup. So let's talk about it. What do we know about the 314 CE Limited Edition? Features a Torrified Sitka spruce top and quilted Sapele back and sides. We were able to receive, I think, 5 of these guitars, which is really cool. So each one will be posted right at empiremusic.com. You can see the individual wood grain patterns and select the exact one that you like. We provide full factory setups on everything we sell, whether you get it in-store or online, so it'll be ready to play when it gets to you. Now, sonically, what do we know about this guitar? Well, Sitka spruce is obviously the preferred choice throughout Taylor's line. It's the most dominant top tone wood. By using a torrified top, it's a slow baking process that allows the guitar to sound warmer. It basically takes the top of the guitar and it matures it. It makes it sound like a more broken in vintage style guitar. Much fatter sounding, more overtones, just a little bit more robust. And I think mature is the key word here. Just sounds a little bit rounder. Matches perfectly with the quilted Sapele back and sides. Sapele is an African wood that mimics the tone of mahogany in that it's got that kind of organic sound to it. You often hear it called woodsy, and adjectives like that are tough because it's subjective, but it definitely has an organic, a very natural sound to it. The cool thing with Sapele though is while mahogany is equally balanced right across bass, mid, and treble, the Sapele will give you a little bit of a boost in the mids, and that's why I kind of picked the strumming pattern out of the gate in the beginning. It's got very vibrant mids, so if you like to play fingerstyle or you like to strum and do hammer-ons, it's an amazing instrument because it's very vocal top to bottom. So you don't have to worry about not being heard or not cutting through a mix. If you like to play lead guitar, man, home run on this guitar. It's gonna be very, very boastful when you're playing that style of guitar. We know Taylor guitars come with a V-class bracing, right? The bracing is a V. And why that's important is while Andy Powers designed that and it changed the soundscape of Taylor guitars, what it really did is it made everything a little bit fuller and the top end a little bit more boomy. Before, Taylor guitars had a little bit more of a brighter, shimmery top, and this still has that cut to it. It still has the ability to be heard and really have that beautiful sparkle, but it's not as edgy now. So sometimes people would say, oh, Taylor guitar, it's a little tinny. You don't hear that anymore because the V-class bracing really rounded it out, took the edge off, which is nice. It also added incredible sustain. The rest of the features on this instrument that are important to know is we have obviously a cutaway. We have an ebony fingerboard and bridge, the preferred choice. It's an all satin finish, which I think is beautiful. I wish Taylor did more satin finishes. I love satin guitars. Mahogany neck, and it's got the 18-to-1 Taylor tuners, which are a really, really nice tuning machine. And overall, you can just see the guitar is beautiful. Black binding, black hardware. It's just a very slick looking instrument, and it definitely feels like it could be one of those like centerpieces of a collection. It feels more expensive than it is. Now, obviously, Taylor guitars aren't inexpensive, but in the ethos of guitars, this is an amazing deal. You get a factory hard shell case, and you get the Taylor Expression System too, so you can plug in and sound great live or at home. Now, let's talk about the tone of the guitar. What I like to do in all my videos is show you the dynamic range of the instruments from soft to loud, and I think you'll find this one performs rather admirably. What I really love about this particular instrument is that playing lightly, the guitar gives you plenty of go. It sounds really full even though it's quiet. Sometimes there's quiet and then there's thin, right? And you can have sometimes both, which is not the ideal scenario. We want something that is going to be quiet because we're playing quietly, but we still want it to say what we're trying to say. We want the guitar to sound full and those notes to be really important and phenomenal. And as you drive the volume up, you hear that bass start to come in, and it almost to me reminds me of like a bass kick drum, you know what I mean? Just starting to fill out that bottom, that sound, and it gets rounder and rounder. But it's not one of those huge 24-inch like rock metal basses that just this big thuddy mess. It's more focused. It's gonna keep tight and stay defined, but still round that sound out to give you that big kind of sound you're looking for. So if you're playing as a solo player, you can fill a room. But if you're playing along with others, its tone doesn't bleed all over the place and just basically sound like mush. Now, the middle of the guitar, which I was talking about with Sapele, where it adds that nice boost in the mids, I like to show the middle response to the guitars off because that's sometimes where guitars fail, and it makes me nuts because the guitars should be able to articulate through those sections. This guitar is going to be top notch at this. Just a really impressive instrument, super versatile. A lot of times people ask like, oh, what's a guitar that will do a lot for me? Well, look at this instrument here. Can be your big strummer if you want to strum and sing and sound great. If you want to be a fingerstyle, just kind of like more delicate, more nuanced player, you can absolutely do that here. The Grand Auditorium body shape allows for a lot of different styles of play. And this wood combination lets you do the coloring. It gives you a nice flat EQ and nice and round and full. That little bit of boost in the mids is super nice so you don't lose any notes through your open chords or your hammer-ons. Can't say enough about it. What I'd love for you to do is go to empiremusic.com. You can see this guitar in an entire Taylor collection. You can chat with us through the site. You can always call us, 412-343-5299. You can call or text me directly, 412-915-7118. We'll get you hooked up with this guitar or anything else that you have. We'll make sure it's dialed in, a full factory setup inspection. We just don't look at the guitar and make sure it's all there. We do a full setup to make sure it's exactly the Taylor specs for when you receive it online or in the store. We're excited about that. We're proud to be a Taylor Guitars online preferred dealer, and we'd love for you to choose the Empire. If you have any questions, give us a shout. Check out empiremusic.com. This is the Taylor 314 CE limited edition for 2021. Thanks for watching.